The Spurs and Wolves. I said this before game one, and I'm gonna stay with it, of course, because obviously what happened in game one, we'll talk about that in a minute. I'm going Wolves in 7 here, and I think the inexperience of the Spurs this deep into the playoffs, although they do, have great defense and Wemby, I think it catches up to them a little bit. Plus, Anthony Edwards coming back in game one, I think was a huge boost for them as well.
Yeah, I think originally I didn't know if Anthony Edwards was going to play again in the playoffs, and so now that he's back, I'm still going to keep the same team that I picked. I'm going to go with Spurs, but I'm going to take them in 7.
Mm,
I don't hate that. I didn't get to watch a ton of the game. I did see the highlights afterwards. I mean, Wemby had a crazy game defensively, but offensively, I know he wasn't hitting all the shots that he could have. I think initially had picked the Wolves, but I'd like to see this one go at least 6 or 7 games. I think this is one of the more exciting series, just because of, like you were saying, the Wolves' experience, but then also with how Wemby's been playing. I think it'll be fun to see this go more than 5 at least.
I I'm gonna go with the Spurs. Probably in 6 or 7. I think I'm leaning towards 6. I see Ant was able to make his return. However, he don't look like the Ant that we all know. Of course, he's a little bit hampered, but he did have a phenomenal fourth quarter in game one. But overall, I don't think Julius Randle is going to be the man that you can rely on to be the man this series. He had a good first game. I think the Spurs will come back with defensive adjustments and make sure that he doesn't get off like he did last game. So I'm gonna go with the Spurs in 6.
okay. And then you got the Thunder and the Lakers. I gave the Lakers 1. I said Thunder in 5. But based on what happened last night, it could be 4 games, but 4 or 5 easily.
Yeah, you know how I feel about Legoat, but this is a sweep, unfortunately, with no Luca.
I mean, Sean, didn't sound like you were saying that earlier. I feel like you were riding that Laker train a little bit, so it's kind of sad to hear you say that. But I game one was frustrating. I feel like just because offensively, I feel like the Lakers couldn't really get anything going. I mean, it's hard to play in OKC as is, but when they're hitting the shots that they were, and also when Austin Reeves isn't really giving you much, it's tough. So I would probably say Thunder in 6. I want to see the Lakers at least get 2 if they can't win them at home. Like something.
I got them drawn. I had them even with Luca. I had them drawn dead in this series. I have Lakers in 4. Of course, now that Luca isn't playing. With Luca playing, I would probably have them in 5 or 6. But yeah, I just don't think they have enough talent wise to compete. The Thunder are younger, deeper, and more talented throughout the roster. So yeah, overall, I'm just without J Dub too included, and he might even make a return in the series. So yeah, I don't have I don't have much faith in the Lakers.
Yeah, same. I don't think I think Grant might be the only one that has, Grant and Nate might be the only 2 people that got faith in the Lakers just because they
No,
probably
Hey,
I mean I
anything
I
is
got
possible,
faith,
bro.
but I just said they gonna get swept. I think they still gonna get swept, but I believe though. I believe it could be done.
Well, and Vando going down, he had a pretty bad injury with his hand. I mean, I know he isn't like a main piece for that team, but still, just defensively having another lanky, wing defender. Um, but on the same hand too, it's like offensively he wasn't giving you a ton, anyways.
Yeah.
right.
I don't think any of their role players, like Marcus Smart, played great in the Houston series. Luke Kennard played great in the Houston series. DeAndre Ayton had his moments in the Houston series. I don't think OKC is gonna let up and give them 20-point games consistently, if they get any. So.
Yeah, true.